with you to the medical place?
No, I didn't want...
Cardi B's $24 million civil trial just took a shocking twist, and fans can't believe it. In court, her own doctor testified that he saw everything, and according to him, no one was touched, no one was hit, except maybe the receptionist who was even barely involved. This changes everything about the case, because the entire lawsuit is built around accusations of assault. The moment that testimony came out, the courtroom fell silent. You could feel the shift in energy, as if the judge, jury, and even the fans following the case online all stopped to process what was just revealed. This wasn't just another witness. It was Cardi B's doctor putting his reputation on the line. Let's wait and watch this clip.
It was very apparent to me that no hits landed on anybody else except for her.
Okay.
My receptionist.
And your receptionist specifically told you that Imani Ellis hit her, correct?
I saw it.
I understand.
I saw it.
I understand. But did your
I
receptionist
don't know
tell
that she
you?
remembered it. I mean, I don't.
Strong, independent woman. I mean business.
With this bombshell revelation, Cardi B's defense team gained huge momentum. If her doctor was truly there and saw it all, then how strong can the plaintiff's claims really be? Fans immediately took to social media, calling the testimony a game changer in the 24-hour court battle. Outside the courthouse, media fans were buzzing, giving their hot takes on the doctor's testimony. Some were siding with Cardi B instantly, while others questioned whether the doctor might be biased in protecting his celebrity patient. Either way, the internet had opinions, and they weren't holding back. Let's wait and watch this clip to see what is going on.
This is why Cardi didn't settle, though. Because if you pay one lie...
Cardi B's doctor just testified in court, and he straight up said Cardi never laid a finger on that security guard, Imani Ellis. And honestly, this is looking really bad for Imani, because she's out here trying to get $24 million from Cardi, and the only two people who actually witnessed what went down both said the same thing. Cardi didn't touch her. The doctor said he came out of his office when he heard the arguing, but he never saw Cardi hit, scratch, or spit on Imani. He was like a foot away from her. And he didn't see no marks, no scratches, nothing. He even said he was shocked Imani was making those accusations, because it didn't match what he saw at all. And then the receptionist backed it up too. Same story. No assault, nothing. Now remember, these are literally the only two witnesses there when this whole thing happened. So if both of them saying it never went down, that's a huge win for Cardi B. And honestly, when Imani showed that picture at the plastic surgeon, talking about she got a scar, baby, I don't see a thing. Like, I wear glasses too, but I promise you, I ain't see no scar. At this point, it's really giving money grab. Because who else is going to testify for her now? Cardi B walking out this case looking clean, and Imani looking real shaky.
See, this is why Cardi didn't settle, though. Because if you pay one liar, a whole line of liars will form up at the door like it's Black Friday. Think about it. Imagine suing somebody and just hoping they'll cut you a check. But instead, they cut you a reality check. I think that there are people out here thinking of lawsuits as a side hustle, like Uber and DoorDash. They would call it like sue a celebrity. And Cardi was like, nah, you're not going to just do that to me. And see, back in the day, celebrities would pay people to stay quiet. But now, nah, they're not doing it. And cause see, if you're going to accuse a celebrity of something now, you better bring receipts, because that celebrity is going to bring lawyers. Just to me, settling feels like a hustle. It feels like when you settle with them, you essentially have given up, even if you didn't do anything wrong. And I just feel like Cardi said, nah, we gonna starve that hustle today. This gonna end with me. And I have to say, I agree with her.
As Cardi B walked into court, she moved with a certain grace and carefulness that didn't go unnoticed. Many spectators described her as moving slowly and cautiously, fueling even more rumors about her pregnancy. Fans couldn't help but link her demeanor with the testimony and ongoing speculation. She appeared elegant, yet reserved, almost as if she was trying to protect herself physically and emotionally while under the glaring spotlight of cameras and reporters. Her body language was subtle, but telling. giving people just enough to keep the gossip rolling. Let's wait and watch this video.
Yes or
Yes.
no? Okay. And if you wanted to,
But
you're
I
not
didn't.
disabled.
But
right?
I didn't because I had a baby inside me.
How did she know? Oh, by others. So that's why. Are you disabled? Yes or no?
At that moment, when you're pregnant, I'm very disabled. You want me to tell you the things I can't do?
Fine. What was?
I was pregnant. I couldn't protect myself, even if I wanted to. She's like twice my size.
No problem. Let me ask you this: 4 months, 3 months, 3 to 4 months. Fair enough. You said she's bigger than you. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
How do you know that?
I mean, look.
I'm looking. I don't agree.
I mean, I was 130 pounds at that time.
So she's overweight, right? In your opinion.
Objection, relevant.
She's a little.
You don't need to answer me.
No, I was calling her a bitch.
Bitch?
Yes.
Cardi B herself addressed the court and explained that she was pregnant at the time, and that's why she was especially protective of her personal space. According to her, she simply told the security girl not to record her because she wanted to protect herself and her unborn baby. Her words resonated with some fans, while others raised eyebrows. But one thing is clear: Cardi B isn't backing down. She insists that privacy, especially during a pregnancy, should never be violated. Let's wait and watch this video.
I wouldn't want to be anything that had to do with my medical records or anything. Even if I do cosmetic surgery, I don't want people to be in anything that has to do with medical in your business. It's just especially something that is so sacred as your pregnancy is yours. Angry.
How angry were you?
Depends on the level of angry, to be
Right.
honest with you.
Let's talk about the level.
I don't think I was like on a high level of angry. I was more on a high level of concern. Very concerned.
And why were you concerned?
Because I'm pregnant and this girl's about to beat my Hello?
Cardi B's going viral for her testimony, arguing she did not touch a security guard who's suing her for assault allegations. The security guard claims Cardi B cut her face with a fingernail and spat on her. She says it happened outside an obstetrician's office during the rapper's not yet public first pregnancy. Cardi B says she was 4 months pregnant with her first child in 2018, visiting a doctor's office that closed on a Saturday for her privacy. And she says that security guard for the building followed her to her appointment and appeared to be filming her. And Cardi B testified she was worried about her privacy and safety.
Cardi B went further, explaining that she never wanted medical issues or doctor visits to be public knowledge. She stressed that her privacy and safety mattered most, especially while expecting. This adds another layer of sensitivity to the lawsuit, making her case even more complex. The moment she clarified that she didn't want medical concerns broadcasted publicly, the crowd reacted loudly. Some supported her, while others criticized her for keeping secrets. Still, the courtroom clip of Cardi B passionately defending her right to privacy is now making the rounds online. Let's wait and watch this clip to see what is going on.
Off with you to the medical appointment?
No, I didn't want him to know that I was going to an OBGYN.
You didn't want your security guard to know that?
No.
Why?
I don't. Well, first, I didn't want people to know that I was pregnant. Second, I was a little like, I don't want a guy that I work with to know I'm going to a vagina doctor.
After Cardi B's doctor dropped his testimony, whispers spread like wildfire across the courtroom. People leaned over benches, murmuring to each other, realizing that a testimony like this could poke major holes in the accuser's claims. It wasn't just a small statement, it was the kind of detail that could reshape an entire trial. The word on the street outside was even louder. Fans argued back and forth on social media platforms. Some swore this was the final nail in the coffin of the 24-Mallor lawsuit, while others believed it was too soon to celebrate. Screenshots of the testimony highlights were being shared, dissected, and debated on every gossip blog. Watch this evidence. Meanwhile, Cardi B's demeanor during the trial was telling. Observers described her as calm, yet focused, like someone who knew the truth was finally coming to light. Her body language gave away no fear, only quiet confidence. Media fans were quick to react with passionate commentary. Some applauded her for standing firm and not letting the case crush her spirit, while others still questioned whether her fame was shielding her from accountability. It was a split reaction, and the buzz only grew louder. Cardi B's pregnancy reveal in court became another hot talking point. She explained her actions clearly, saying her only concern was protecting herself and her unborn child from unnecessary exposure. Fans who had doubted her before started to see her side more clearly. Still, critics had their doubts. Some questioned the timing of her revelation, wondering if mentioning her pregnancy was a strategy to sway the jury's emotions. The controversy only deepened, proving once again that in celebrity trials, perception matters just as much as facts. The trial isn't just about legal claims anymore. It's about image, reputation, and how Cardi B is managing both at once. Every word she says, every slow walk to the courtroom, every live stream clip ends up feeding the gossip machine. Blogs, podcasts, and gossip channels all weighed in. Some labeled Cardi B a victim of invasion of privacy, while others painted her as a superstar, using her influence to fight back hard. Either way, her name stayed front and center, dominating the headlines. Word on the street suggested that fans were beginning to take sides more aggressively. Team Cardi B defended her as a woman standing up for her privacy and dignity, while critics claimed the lawsuit still held weight, regardless of her explanations. As the dust settled after day 2, one thing became clear. This trial isn't slowing down. The combination of shocking testimony, pregnancy revelations, and heated fan reactions has turned it into one of the most talked-about celebrity legal battles of the year. Inside the courtroom, legal analysts noted how powerful the doctor's testimony was. When a medical professional says, "I was there, and no one was touched," it directly challenges the heart of the plaintiff's story. For Cardi B, that was more than just support. It was a shield. The accuser's team tried to push back, suggesting that even if no one was hit, the emotional distress and invasion of privacy still counted. But the audience could see the shift. This wasn't the slam dunk case it was initially painted to be. Cardi B herself sat composed, watching every word unfold. Her expressions were calm, yet her eyes betrayed a hint of relief. To her supporters, it was the look of someone who knew the truth was finally being said out loud. Word on the street says Cardi B's supporters are growing more vocal, flooding the courthouse steps with chants and handmade signs. Some held posters saying "Protect privacy" and "Pregnancy is not a crime," amplifying her side of the story. Online, though, the debate was split. On Twitter, hashtags like Cardi B trial and Justice or Clout began trending. Some users argued the lawsuit was nothing more than a money grab, while others reminded the world that $24 million isn't pocket change, it's serious business. Critics also brought up Cardi's past controversies, questioning whether this was just another chapter in her long list of headline-making moments. But fans pushed back, pointing out that past mistakes shouldn't erase her right to medical privacy now. Cardi B's pregnancy angle became the heart of the gossip cycle. Blogs dissected her claim that she only asked the security girl not to record her because she wanted to protect her unborn child. Some fans praised her motherly instinct, while others doubted the timing of the reveal. Meanwhile, fashion blogs zoomed in on her courthouse look, describing her slow, careful walk, the flowing fabric of her outfit, and how everything screamed both power and vulnerability. It was as if she was sending a silent message. I'm strong, but I'm also human. Behind the scenes, whispers suggest her legal team might double down on privacy invasion rather than physical assault. The doctor's testimony gave them room to pivot, making privacy and pregnancy the emotional center of their defense strategy. By the end of the session, reporters outside said the air felt different. The accuser's camp looked rattled, Cardi B's team looked more confident, and the fans? They were hungrier than ever for the next update. This wasn't just a lawsuit anymore. It had turned into a full-blown cultural moment. As the trial picked up momentum, it became clear that this wasn't just about one incident. It was about the bigger picture of how celebrities protect their privacy in the digital age. Cardi B's fight against being recorded while pregnant hit home for many fans who felt that fame shouldn't strip away basic human rights. Word on the street was that Cardi B had struck a nerve. Everyday people were relating to her testimony, especially women who understood the anxiety of medical visits during pregnancy. Social media lit up with posts saying things like, "She's not wrong for wanting privacy, celebrity or not." But critics weren't staying quiet. Some argued that Cardi B was playing the pregnancy card too strongly, making it central to her defense in a way that felt like manipulation. That controversial view sparked endless back-and-forth arguments across gossip sites. Meanwhile, fans noticed the stark contrast between how Cardi B carried herself in court versus how the accuser presented her claims. Some pointed out that Cardi B appeared calm, measured, and deliberate, while the accuser seemed more emotional. Both sides had their defenders, and the clash was spilling out into headlines everywhere. Inside sources hinted that Cardi's legal team might lean more heavily on the doctor's testimony in the next phase of the trial. By centering the narrative on no one was touched and privacy violation instead of assault, they could dismantle the 24-hours claim piece by piece. Outside the courthouse, crowds of fans grew larger. Some were chanting Cardi's name. Others were holding up signs accusing the lawsuit of being all about the money. Reporters noted that it felt more like a celebrity event than a legal proceeding. Blogs and YouTube channels started uploading breakdowns of Cardi B's testimony in slow motion, analyzing her facial expressions, pauses, and the way she phrased her words. It was courtroom footage turned into viral content, fueling gossip like gasoline on fire. Rumors even spread that other celebrities were watching the case closely. The word on the street is that some stars reached out privately to Cardi B to offer support, saying her fight for privacy resonates with their own struggles against invasive fans and paparazzi. But with support also came backlash. Some critics accused Cardi B of using her fame to twist the narrative, suggesting that an ordinary woman wouldn't have the same resources to fight back. This point stirred debates on class, power, and justice in celebrity cases. By the end of the fourth day in court, one truth was undeniable. This trial had gone beyond a 24-hours lawsuit. It had become a flashpoint in conversations about privacy, pregnancy, fame, and how much of a celebrity's life should really belong to the public. The courtroom atmosphere has shifted dramatically since the doctor's testimony. What began as a straightforward 24-hours civil suit now feels like a cultural standoff between celebrity privacy and public entitlement. Cardi B's supporters are framing her as a woman who simply wanted medical privacy during her pregnancy. To them, the lawsuit is nothing more than harassment wrapped in legal paperwork. On the other side, critics argue that the accuser deserves her day in court, and that Cardi B's fame shouldn't give her an automatic shield. This back and forth has kept the story boiling hot in the media cycle. Each day outside the courthouse feels like a movie premiere. Fans with posters, journalists with cameras, and gossip bloggers streaming live. Everyone is treating the case like the biggest reality show in America. Cardi B's walk into court has become symbolic, slow, deliberate, and careful. People read it as both a physical sign of pregnancy and a silent statement of resilience. Every step is dissected online like an Easter egg in a blockbuster film. The word on the street is that this trial could change how celebrities handle lawsuits involving privacy. If Cardi B wins, it might set a precedent that recording stars without consent, especially in sensitive settings, comes with heavy consequences. Inside the industry, whispers say other artists are already taking notes. Cardi's case is becoming a blueprint for how to fight back against invasive fans, opportunistic lawsuits, and the dangers of oversharing in the digital era. For Cardi B, though, the trial is more than legal strategy. It's personal. Her pregnancy, her privacy, and her peace of mind are all on the line. That's why her every word, her every move, is making waves far beyond the courtroom walls. One thing is certain. Whether she wins or loses, Cardi B's trial will be remembered as one of the messiest, most talked about celebrity court cases in recent memory. The mix of money, fame, pregnancy, and privacy made it unforgettable. And to all of you watching, don't forget, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a single update on this case. Because trust me, this story is far from over, and the tea will only get hotter from here.